Hey folks, long time no talk. How's everyone doing? I am here today to show you a few things that are really awesome, or at least which in my opinion are really awesome. The first thing I want to show off is this, well, it's not specifically this game, although this is a pretty good game. So this is Nels Anderson's fairly popular and relatively, I guess, reasonably well-known port of Mahjong to DOS, which I am currently running in DOSBox. But anyway, the reason why I want to show this off is not specifically because of this game, even though it is a pretty good Mahjong game, but because of this. Now, what you're seeing is a tile set, a custom-made tile set for this Mahjong game that, well, you can probably tell, all the tiles, or most of the tiles, use the covers, like the cover art for Sierra games. Now, of course, not all of them are covers for games. Like some of them are just the Sierra logo, or pictures of media like floppy disks and CDs. There are a handful of things that are not the Sierra games, but mostly they're covers of Sierra games. I had this tile set for this game many years ago, like almost 20 years ago. I had this tile set. I actually downloaded it from the Sierra BBS. Remember when Sierra actually operated their own dial-up BBS that you could call into? It was in, I believe it was in Bellevue, Washington, if I remember right. And you could actually dial in and download files from there and things like that. I actually downloaded this tile set from there long ago and lost it because of computer problems. And I just went looking for it on the internet recently and found it. So now I'm going to play Mahjong using this awesome tile set. I do want to say, since true Mahjong aficionados usually make it a point to point this out, this is actually not true Mahjong. Real Mahjong is a multiplayer game in which people play tiles kind of like cards. This kind of solitaire so-called Mahjong is really just tile matching. It's not a true Mahjong game, so people who call this Mahjong, you really shouldn't, because you'll anger the Mahjong players and you will bring dishonor to your family. But having said that, let's go ahead and play this sort of pseudo Mahjong game. You can call it Shanghai if you want, even though technically it's not Shanghai because that's a product by Activision. So I just took off those Sierra logos. Let's see. I'm kind of picky about how I play this game. I usually like to take off tiles in fours, get all four tiles at once if I can, but often that's not possible. Like here, VJ 256 Colors is obviously not a Sierra game. It's just, an attribute that Sierra games had. But anyway, I want to go and take off that CD-ROM logo. So let's see. What can I do? Game Arts. Game Arts was that Japanese arcade game company that Sierra imported some of their titles for to the North American market. If I remember right, those titles were specifically Thexter, which actually doesn't appear in this tile set, Silpede, or Sylphede, or I pronounce that, which is this game right here, Sorcerian, which is this game here, Zeliard, which is this one here, and what was the other one? I think there was another one, but I don't remember what it was now. How can I forget what it was? Am I wrong? I don't know. I'm for some reason I'm having a complete brain fart right now. I seem to recall there was another one. There was Zelier, there was Sorcerian. Maybe it was just those four. Oh, and I guess Thexter too. There was a second Thexter game as well. Anyway, so let's see. So what am I doing here? I can take off this 5 1/4 inch floppy, but it doesn't really do anything. I can match it with that, but there's really not much point in doing so, is there? Kind of a bad start here. I don't know how good this tile set is to play with because it's a little bit hard. Like, some of the tiles don't look that different from each other, but I think in general they're fairly distinctive and they're very colorful. You can see it's a very colorful tile set to play with. Okay, here's this Hoyle's Book of Games, so I can match it with that. That takes care of that. This is just really awesome. I mean, I'm just really, really glad to have this tile set. Here's a Red Bear, and I can match that. Oh yeah, and Gold Rush. Oh, Gold Rush. That was an interesting game. That was a unique game. Oh, Space Quest 3. Yeah, Space Quest 3. Oh, the first Leaders of Larry game. Yeah, that was awesome with that bright purple cover. And here's Leaders of Larry 3. Yeah. Oh, the Colonel's Bequest. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, the King's Quest IV. This is the newer version of the King's Quest IV box that most people are familiar with Rosella riding on that white, riding on the unicorn and the goons coming for her. There was actually another, a different piece of cover art which featured Lalot pulling the talisman off Genesta's neck, which I saw in a Sierra catalog, but which I have never actually seen on a game itself. So for whatever reason, Sierra changed the cover art. Maybe they thought that cover art of Lalot pulling the talisman off Genesta's neck was too violent, because it was kind of an action sort of scene, so I guess they replaced it with this less action-oriented scene. Oh yeah, King's Quest V, yes! King's Quest V is awesome. I like that game. I even like Cedric. I don't know why people don't like Cedric, because I actually like Cedric. He's really cool. He's maybe a little bit annoying, but then so am I. Let's see, King's Quest 3. Whoops, no, didn't mean to click on that. I clicked on Jones in the fast lane by mistake. There we go. King's Quest 3. Can I match this Jones in the... No, it's blocked. Oh, Rise of the Dragon. Oh yeah, Rise of the Dragon, a cyberpunk dynamics adventure, which most people probably haven't played, unfortunately, which is too bad because it's actually kind of a good game. I could take these Manhunter New Yorks, but I think I want to leave them because there's one up here which I might want to get at later if I can clear this Police Quest 2 out of the way. Is there another Police Quest 2? There's this one, but it's blocked with that Space Quest 2. Is there a Space Quest 2 I can pull up? Let's see one. Let's see, what can I do here? I guess I can take off this Police Quest, but it doesn't really do anything, does it? A10 Tank Killer, why not? Oh yeah, that flight sim by Dynamics, that was good. Oh, here we go. Now I have a Space Quest 2 I can pull this off with. Yeah! And get rid of that Police Quest 2. Oh yeah! And get rid of this Manhunter New York. Awesome! Oh yeah. Oh, and I can get the Space Quest 1 now. I can get this Iceman. Oh yeah! And Jones in the fast lane. Yes! Whoops, no, I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, that's so awesome. This is better than porn. Well, I guess it is a form of porn, isn't it? It probably is. Anyway, am I going to play this all the way to the end? Probably not. It would probably get boring if I played this whole game all the way to the end. You can play it yourself. Anyway, the point of the video is not just to... Oh, here we go. Leaders of Larry 2. Let's clear that off. That's awesome. What is that? That actually gets me absolutely nothing because the tiles underneath them are not available. I guess I'm going to take this Leaders of Larry 3. That exposes this Sorcerian. Is it Sorcerian or Sorcerian? I'm not sure, actually. Is it even a Japanese word? I don't know. Mysterio. So here's the Dynamics logo. Can I match this Stellar 7 with anything? Oh yes, I can. There's one there. And I guess I can take this off. Why not? And then get this BGA 256 colors. And, oh, there we go. Now I can match the Sorcerians. And... oh, CD-ROMs. Here's another King's Quest 4. Well, that one is covered up. Or, well, not covered up, but it's blocked. I can't get this Colonel's Bequest out right now. I can do the Space Quest 1. Sorry, it's just so engaging. Just the Sierra tiles make this game so much more involving. It's like, wow, I'm playing with all the Sierra box arts, and it's really cool. It's like, wow, cousin Larry. Oil's Well, which is kind of not a very well-known Dynamics arcade game, which is probably just as well because I didn't like it. It's actually one of the very few Sierra games that I didn't really like very much. There's another Leader Larry 1. Oh, and here's another Sorcerian. David Wolf's Secret Agent, which is another not very good Dynamics game. Whoops. David Wolf's Secret Agent. And now here's another Hoyle's Book of Games, which I don't think I can match with anything. Yeah, that one's covered up. No, Sylphid or Sylphid. I think I might have screwed myself actually because this Colonel's Bequest here needs to match up with that. But in order to get at that, I need to get at this King's Quest 3, which needs to be matched with this one here. So they're sort of blocking each other. I think I might have... yeah, I think this is not going to be winnable. But let's see where this goes. Can I match anything at this point? I think I can match these David Wolfs, but so what? And then I can I play this King's Quest 2 with anything? I don't see anything. I think I have the game set to let me know. Oh, this Red Baron, okay. Oh, there we go. No more moves. Oh, game over. Peek mode active, so I can peek at what was there, so you can see the yeah, the game configured to allow you to peek when the game is over, so you can see what was underneath. So that's kind of interesting. Anyway, the point of this video wasn't to have you watch me play Mahjong. I just wanted to mention this awesome Sierra tile set. So if you want to get the tile set for yourself, here is what you do. Let me run Notepad so I can take some notes in it. So the file name for this tile set is MJTIL, obviously for Mahjong Tile or tiles 198.zip. So if you just Google for this file name, if you Google it, you might want to put it in quotation marks, just so that Google is smart enough to know that you want all those things, all those characters together as a string, and you don't want them to be separate, because Google's kind of stupid like that sometimes. If you just search for that, you should find a site. I think there's one on cd.textfiles.com, which is actually a very good repository of old shareware collection CDs. So if you download that file, you'll find a Sierra tile set inside that you can use with Nels Anderson's awesome Mahjong game, and then you can play Mahjong just like this. It's really cool. It's so awesome. What else is going on? While I'm making this video, I did want to alert you folks to a couple of other awesome things that are going on. There's some really great Space Quest news that's been going on, actually. Let me talk about that. So, in Space Quest news, first of all, the two guys from Andromeda, who are, of course, Mark Crow and Scott Murphy, who are the designers of the original Space Quest games, they allegedly are working on another game. It's not going to be a Space Quest game because, I don't think they have the rights to do another Space Quest game right now. But it is going to be a science fiction game. So, the two guys from Andromeda are apparently working on another science fiction adventure. That is awesome news. If they can actually pull this off, I would be very pleased. I think this is really good news for all the Space Quest fans. So let me go ahead and give you the, they have their own YouTube channel, which hasn't been very active. I'm actually surprised at how kind of quiet it's been, but there are a few interesting videos there. The channel name is, there's an N in Andromeda. It's just www.youtube.com/Andromeda Guys, all one word. If you go there, you'll find some videos talking about the stuff that they're doing in the game that they're working on. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of material there, but just the fact that the two guys are working together sounds promising to me. I don't know how far along the project is. It seems like it's still in the concept sort of infancy stages, but this is great news. I'd encourage you folks to subscribe to their channel and give them your support, because they deserve your support. It's a little sad, actually. Some of the Sierra designers are kind of reduced to begging, like they're starting Kickstarters and things like that to basically beg people for money to work on their next games. Jane Jensen, I know, has one running. Al Lowe also has one called, I think it's called Make Leisure Larry Come Again. Yeah, we see what you did there, Al. But anyway, in other Space Quest news, there are three, actually there might be more than three, but there are three that I'm aware of, really good fan-made Space Quest games that came out recently. So first of all, Infamous Adventures, who are the folks who have done several other excellent remakes of Sierra Adventures, they recently came out with a VGA remake of Space Quest 2. Folks, let me show you this game, because it is really awesome. Let me just pull here, and let me center it so you can actually see the whole thing. Ladies and gentlemen, look at this. This is Space Quest 2. It is awesome. I love the way that the walk icon sort of goes horizontal and then turns upside down as it goes there. And, it's Space Quest 2, except with really awesome music and, point and click interface. And as usual, I don't like the point and click interface. I'd prefer to type some things, but whatever. I've carped about that in the past. I'm not going to revisit that topic right now. But also, not only, is that, but
the flashing lights are there to remind the foolish that to step any further would result in that person's death.
Folks, the game is fully voiced. It's fully narrated, and all the dialogue is fully voiced. And the voice acting is mostly pretty good. I'm actually not too keen on Roger's voice. I think Roger's voice is a little bit too high and kind of nerdy. It's not really the voice actor's fault per se, because the same guy who voices Roger is also the narrator, and the narrator's voice is really good. Actually, I really like the narrator's voice for this game, but he just did kind of a very nerdy, sort of dorky voice for Roger, which I guess, in a way, it kind of suits Roger, but whatever. Anyway, this game is really good. I like this music that you're hearing right now. At least I hope you're hearing it. That's really awesome music. So if you have interest in that, and you should, if you don't, there's probably something wrong with you. The URL, I'll just send you to their main page. It's www.infamous-adventures.com, and then once you go to their page, there'll be a link to click on the Space Quest 2 remake. I think they also did King's Quest 3 and some other games as well. They did a really good job of this one, folks. As you can see, the graphics are gorgeous. Most of the voice acting is pretty good. The game is fairly true to the original. They changed a few things around. The root monster solution, puzzle solution, is different. You should actually play the game just to see what they did with the root monster. Remember that tentacle maze that people complain about? They did something really cool with that. And Vohaul's Asteroid Fortress also has a fairly significantly changed layout. Oh, and the Space Quest 2 remake has the most awesome thing I've ever heard for its closing credits music. When you finish the game, the closing credits play a song, like an actual song, a rock song, which I believe is called Space Janitor. And for some reason it calls to my mind the Repo Man song. I don't know, listening to the music reminded me of the closing credits for Repo Man, starring, I think it was Emilio Estevez, if I remember right. I don't know. Folks, you should play this game just to listen to the closing music. It is the best thing I've ever heard, probably, at least within like the last few hundred years, maybe. I don't know. It is awesome. It is like this rock guitar reworking of the Space Quest theme. It is so good. Honestly, you should hear it, folks. I am very enthusiastic about it. Other projects which are probably worth your attention are, there is a game called Space Quest Vohaul Strikes Back, which very simply has a website at SQVSB. Well, maybe I should learn to type. SQVSB.com, which is simply Space Quest Vohaul Strikes Back.com. Very good game. It's not a remake of anything. It's an original game. You should check it out. It is good. There's also Space Quest Incinerations, which is sort of, kind of takes the series in a different direction. It's sort of not really, it's not exactly faithful to the Space Quest formula and feel, but it's, well, it is and it isn't. I don't know. If you want a good fan, like Space Quest fan-made game, you should probably check it out as well. It's on boxofmystery.com/games/Incinerations. Did I spell that right? I think I did. Yeah, I think I got that. So yeah, Space Quest Incinerations. You should check that out as well. I'll probably put links to all these in the video description. Why not? Yeah, I'll do that as well. So there you go. So that's that. That's the awesome Mahjong game, which I lost. And this again, it's the awesome Space Quest 2 remake. Let me speed it up a little bit. I may actually do a Let's Play of this at some point in the future. Speaking of Let's Plays, some people are probably wondering, when am I going to do my next Let's Play? Oh, look, I really love what they did with the decontamination room. Check this out. It's Simon. You know, Simon the memory game. And as if that weren't obvious enough, the text back here obviously says Simon says security.
These are the decontamination power panels.
Simon edition. And if you try to talk to it,
not even Simon says anything to you.
Not even Simon will talk to Roger.
It smells like. It tastes like.
Oh, I guess I need to change my spacesuit. Once you do that, I think you try to.
It smells of repetition and mimicry.
We try to taste it.
Simon never says to do that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. They did, like I said, they did some really cool things with this game. Some of the jokes that they created for the game are really good. Yeah, I'm just very enthusiastic about this. I played it to the end. It's very simple to finish. If you've played Space Quest 2, you'll pretty much know how to play the game. Even the original puzzles, the stuff that they created for this remake, are fairly easy to figure out. It's not hard, but anyway, I'm going to minimize that just so I can finish talking. So, I'm sure some of you are wondering, when will I make my next Let's Play? I don't have a firm date in mind. I'm hoping I'll get back into it sometime this year, which is 2012. I don't know for sure. When I do get back to it, obviously I'll want to finish the Quest for Glory 2 BJ remake, which is also very good, and which hopefully all of you have played by now, but which I'll probably still finish at some point in time. Beyond that, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'll still have to decide, but I'm not Obviously, I'm not dead. I haven't disappeared. I haven't given up on Let's Playing. I do want to get back into it. I just need to get myself settled a little bit and get some time to do it. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, folks, go and play these awesome fan-made Space Quest games. They are really great games. Give your support to the two guys who are working to bring us more awesome games. And thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for all your support and for playing some of history's greatest adventure games ever. I will talk to you folks later. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care of yourselves, folks. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.